Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. So this week I'm going to explore the theme of creating a sense of stillness and calmness into the body. So it's not a deep relaxation class, but we are going to be looking at, in yoga terms, well, hang on, I'll just turn the light on, feels a bit dark. It's the second chakra here, and it's called Swadhisthana. Or the sacral chakra. So it's very much about working in this area of the body. And that just creates a nice sense of balance and a connection to yourself, really, and that feeling of who you are, and living in a way that feels very authentic and the person you are. So that's what that's all around. I'll send you a little bit of information about that chakra tomorrow. So let's start by doing some gentle warm-ups, and we're going to do a little tap. So just take your fingertips and gently tap the crown of the head, working gently into the temples and the cheeks, down the back of the head and into the neck. Round the ears, in front of the neck, and then gently tap down into the chest. So all into this area where you've got your thymus gland, you've got the front of the rib cage, the collarbones. And then we'll create a gentle soft fist and just work into your shoulders. And then down the back of the arm and up. And across, and then we'll swap over and go the other way. So really feel the sensations of the tapping if you can. Just feel into what that feels like. Maybe a little bit of a stronger tap now into the chest. And then you might prefer to do a little rub, or you could just do a gentle tap. And then coming into the base of the back and the kidney area, all around the spine, working to your hips. Give your hips a little bit of a release into the gluteal muscles in the buttocks. It does feel good to do this and just to feel that sense of energy. And then work down the front of the legs, gently round the knees, into the shins and the feet, and then up the back of the legs, to your hamstrings, onto the outside and the inside of your legs as well. So the inner thighs, the outer thighs, the back of the legs. One more time into the hips. And then just pause and tune into those subtle sensations. Just feel that little bit of a tingle feeling. And then from here, we're going to take the legs wide and just twist the spine. So very familiar. See if you can really bend through those knees. And twist, looking behind, feeling the connection with your hands. So making sure that your arms are very, very loose. So try not to hold into the shoulders and allow that momentum and that twist to just make the arms tap. And then raise the arms a bit higher. Take the twist a bit deeper, bend into the knees, and then gradually lower the arms back down and come into a standing position. And just keep checking in with yourself as always. We're trying to just come into the present moment. So we're trying to just keep focused on the body, the sensations in the body, and we're going to do a nice reach. So this is the one where we just want to imagine we're trying to get to the top of that wardrobe, that very top shelf there, but we can't quite reach it. You can feel yourself lifting out from your pelvis. You'll feel your abdominals gently tone, and then We'll do a little push and a twist, and a push and a twist. Swivel on those feet. Feel that movement right through the arm. And then coming down to the floor. Bringing the other arm up if you want, and looking up to it. So we've got a full body twist and a movement. And then gradually coming back up. Okay. Popping your hands on your waist, keeping your feet about shoulder width apart, and we'll just circle and ease out through the pelvis. So really good if you've been doing a lot of sitting, just taking just a moment or two just to allow the pelvis to gently ease out, and then we'll go the other way. Drawing a circle on the floor with the pelvis. And then come back to centre and see if you can draw a figure of 8 with your pelvis. So we go over one way and then round, and then over the other way and in. It's a funny kind of movement, but we're just trying to work a little bit more deeply. You might feel it into your lumbar or your sacrum. So one hip comes forward and the other hip comes forward. Take care of the knees. And then we're going to go the other way. So just take it in the other direction first. That's it. Very good. You're doing a good job there. It's not an easy one, this. But it's really good. We're going to do a lot of work on the pelvis tonight. And then come back to centre. Take your weight over onto your right foot and lift up the left. When you're feeling nice and balanced, remember you can grab hold of something if you want to. We're going to just circle. Let's see if you can do that with control. So coming up, opening, and down. If you focus on a spot, it makes it much easier. And then we're going to change direction. So rest if you need to. Really pull in that pelvis. And feel your spine lengthen, so you're standing tall. That's it. And we'll do one more, and then a little swing. So see if you can keep your pelvis nice and level. Work through that right leg. See if you can challenge yourself to lift that other leg, the left foot up, until you just feel it really strengthening and working that right leg. You're all doing amazing. I don't know about you, but I can really feel this. And then, oh, right. Let's do it again on the other side. Stand tall, stand strong. Weight over onto the left foot. And then imagine you're drawing that circle with your kneecap. Big circle. Lots of control. You're all looking amazing. And then we're going to change direction and bring that knee forward and round. The slower you go, the harder it is. And then let's do a few swings. I nearly went then. A few swings to finish. See if you can challenge yourself with that foot. See if I can see the sole of your foot as you lift up. And then, give yourself a shake. So work right through the body, just shake out your day. Shoulders, neck. Give your hips and your back a little shake. Shake out those legs. Maybe into the mouth, forehead. Oh, that feels good. Okay, we're going to do a little side bend. So we're going to take the right hand up and then over, and then we'll swap over. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So give the kidneys a little squeeze. Lengthen the spine up before you bend. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in And my breath, don't take any notice of how I'm saying the breath, because it is actually not right, which is probably why you might be thinking, oh, I'm not getting this breath. I'm giving you totally wrong cues. And then pause. We're going to give the shoulders a little circle. So let's draw circles with the elbows. Take it carefully. So your fingertips just on those shoulders. Soften the knees as you come down. And again, we can coordinate the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. We'll do one more. Shoulder blades come apart, shoulder blades come together, and then we're going to change and come the other way. Elbow back and then forward. Breathing in and out. And we'll do one more. And relax. Take your feet wide. We're nearly warmed up. So imagine that you're going to be, that you're cleaning a pane of glass. And we're just going to use the hands like you've got two cloths on your hands. And you're giving this pane of glass a really good clean. All the way up and down and round, not missing any of it. And taking the whole body into this movement. And we're really opening up those lungs, squeezing the kidneys and the gallbladder, working the legs as well. And then coming back to center. Hopefully you could feel that warming up your back. And then we're going to finish with a few spinal waves. So I'm going to go to the side. So bring your feet hip distance apart. And we're going to take the hands all the way up, gentle back bend, make sure your core switched on, and then breathe out, bring the hands down. With your core switched on, breathe in, bend the knees, and curl the spine up like we do in the cat. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So the back's straight and the legs are straight, and then curl the back and bend the knees and bring the hands up. So it's like you're creating a wave with the body. And you can relax the head. And we'll do one more. And then we're going to come down into a squat. So take your feet a little bit wider. If you don't like squats, then just come into kneeling for a moment. If you can squat, then just pop your hands together. And you might just feel your elbows just in the inside of your legs. It depends how long your arms are. And if you're feeling very balanced, then we'll just do a little circle with the hands. And again. And then bring the hands back together. And just gently resting the elbows on those knees. And then the hands come down and we'll do a little stretch. So you might just need to maneuver yourself in your space. We'll just stretch out the right leg. So take it out to the side and pop the sole of your foot on the floor. I could do with having my camera a little bit further down, couldn't I? But I think you all know what you're doing. It looks like you do. And then out to the other side. Stretch into the inner thigh there. And then come back into your squat. Bring your knees together. Feet about hip distance apart. And if you're kneeling, then just come into a forward bend. But if you're able to squat, then take your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And relax down into a forward bend. And just allow your head to just swing down. Relax your shoulders and your arms. And then just turn your body about 45 degrees with your toes so that you're giving yourself a stretch in the back of your right leg. So your toes are just going at an angle, just at about, say, 2 o'clock. if you're thinking of a clock. And then swivel those right toes back and turn your left toes to about 10 o'clock or 10. And give yourself a stretch onto the back of that leg. And then come back to center. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart. And refresh your core muscles, drawing your pelvic floor, and push through those feet. And let's see if we can use those core muscles to uncurl really slowly. Work into the base of the spine. Focus on your sacrum, your lumbar, and then working that awareness up through the spine, into the shoulder area, the neck, all the way up to the base of the skull. Now just take a moment just to stand now after those lovely warm-ups and just breathe. Feel your feet connected to the floor. Feel your spine long. Notice your body breathing for a moment. Okay, grab yourself a drink, have a minute, and then we shall move on. So we're going to be doing the moon sequence. So at some point, you're going to need, if you like to have something under your knee, then you might want a cushion or a little knee support if you know that you use that for your knee. Okay, so we're going to be coming down onto the floor now. So if you want to just adjust your camera a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do this moon sequence a couple of times together. So I'm not going to run through it in advance in terms of any postures. We have done it before in the Monday class. We've done it, I think, since we've been doing the Zoom, we've done it once in Monday, Tuesday and Friday. So you're probably familiar with it. So we'll just do it quite slowly first time round, and then we'll do it again. Hopefully you'll feel very familiar with what we're going to do. So you're going to need to be working back into your mat. So you need to make sure that you're facing, if you can, so that you can see, you need to be able to see the camera and also have your mat to work with, if that makes sense. And we're going to be starting about 2/3 of the way up the mat. So just make any adjustments that you need to. And don't forget that if you want to have something there just to pop under your knees, then you can just use that. That all looks amazing. So the moon sequence is designed all around what they call the water element in yoga. And it's connecting up with, as I said, this second chakra called Swadhisthana, and it's all about using movement to help balance emotions and just create a sense of harmony and stillness in the body. And it's very much connecting with that energy of the moon. So if you like to have music on, then you could put some really nice just some really chilled music on. So we're going to be doing the Sphinx. You can do the plank if you want to, or a half plank. And we also do the crocodile and the chair. If you're new to yoga and that doesn't mean anything to you, then don't worry, because we'll go through it together. Okay. So if you'd like to get yourself into an upward kneeling position, first of all, and bring your hands into Namaste. And just take a moment just to breathe and keep the spine nice and upright. Sometimes it can be nice to just visualize for a moment that beautiful scene of the moon and all the amazing qualities of the moon. the fact that it governs the tides and the oceans of the earth. And that amazing feeling that you get when you see the moon maybe reflected in a body of water or the ocean, or just when you go out for a walk in the evening and you can see it up there in the sky. There's something just cooling and calming and stilling. So we're just trying to connect with that energy. So if you'd like to just bring your left foot out. So your left foot is out and your right knee is down on the floor. So we'll start on the left side because that's the moon side. And when you've got your knee out, just make sure your knee, throughout the sequence, your knee and your ankle are aligned. And we've got a nice straight line between the knee and the hip. That's it. So keep your core engaged. If you feel a bit wibbly wobbly, then remember, just pull that foot in at the back to give you like a tripod on your back. And if you're able to and it's comfortable, put the back of your foot down flat on the floor. If that doesn't work, then don't worry. Okay. So just have a breath for a moment. Just breathe in nice and deeply. And breathe out. Be aware of the crown of your head. Feel nice and long through the spine, and take those sitting bones down, like reaching down towards the floor. Relax your shoulders. I'm going to breathe in and point the fingers away. Breathe out and push the hands away from the body. Breathe in, open up the hands, and breathe out, palms up to the ceiling. Breathing in, like you're scooping that beautiful moon energy up, and breathe out, hands come out in front. Breathing in, open up the hands. And as we breathe out, don't worry too much about the breath. You're going to put your left elbow on your left knee and twist from the hips and look up into that right palm. Okay. So this is just stage one of the position, and we'll try a stronger stage if you want. So just breathe in normally. You'll feel a lovely stretch into the hip and the groin area. And then look back down towards your left foot. Lift the arms up to shoulder level. Breathe in again, and this time as you breathe out, bring your right hand to your left knee without drawing that thigh in, and look this time up into the left hand. And just have a couple of breaths here and hold. And then on your next in-breath, arms come up. Side by side there, and then palms up, breathing in, gathering up, breathing out, out in front, breathing into the heart, and breathing out, and the knees come together. So if your blanket or your support will get in the way, we're going to be lying down now, so you want to maybe put it to one side, and we're going to come down into a plank or a half plank, and hold it for 5. So remember, the body is straight. You can go onto your tiptoes, or you can go onto your forearms and your knees. It's up to you. So in fact, I'll show you a half plank at the moment. So you're on your forearms and you've got yourself on your knees. So your elbows are under your shoulders and your arms are in a nice straight line. And we're just going to hold. Use your core muscles. And then gently lower the body down. I'm just going to adjust my camera just slightly so that you can see me. So lying down now, flat on the floor for a moment. Forehead in contact with the floor. Bring your fingers by your eyes and your elbows out to the sides. That's it. And then engage your lower back muscles by pulling in through your abdominals. So like you're pulling your navel in towards your spine and you're pulling your pelvic floor in. And then on an in-breath, lift the body up. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders and have your palms flat on the floor. So we've got an extension of the back. That's it. And your gaze is just in front of your fingers. Just in front of your fingers. Relax through the buttocks and the gluteals. And then come down. Take yourself into the crocodile for a moment. Take your toes out and your heels in as wide as your mat. Pop your forehead onto the floor. And just breathe. And then bring the feet back together. Push yourself back into the child. Extend the arms out. Pop a cushion under your head if you want to. And walk the hands over towards the left side. Come back to center. Walk the hands over towards the right. Come back to center. And uncurl. And coming back. And we're going to do the same movements, but this time on the right side. And that will complete the sequence then. So pop your support under your left knee if you need to. I'm going to go this way so you can see me better. So right knee is out. So breathe in as you point the fingers and breathe out as you push the hands away. Breathe in as you open, breathe out, palms to the ceiling. Breathe in, take the arms up above the head. Breathe out, hands come down in front of the body. Breathe in, open up the palms, and as you breathe out, this time you can either take your right elbow to your right knee, or you can take your right hand on the outside of your right foot. So if you can't see, this is what you can do that, and then come up. So that's a much stronger twist looking into your left palm. You've got to make sure that that right thigh stays straight. So there's a tendency sometimes in this position for the thigh to creep in, and then you get pressure on the knee. So we breathe in as we lift up. We'll have a breath here. Breathe out, breathe in, and this time as you breathe out, you can either rest your left hand arm on your right knee, or if you want to, you can put your hand down on the floor again and then twist. It's important to twist right from the base. You feel that into your right hip. And just look up to that right palm. Breathe. And then on the in-breath, coming up. On the out-breath, take the palms to face the ceiling, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And out. Okay, so that was just a practice run through really, so you know what's what. And you can decide how strong you want to do that moon twist. So if you do get a little bit tweaky in your lower back, then you're better off not taking your hand to the floor, because as you could probably tell, that was giving a stronger twist into your, particularly into your discs, and that area in the lumbar. But if that felt good and strong and you feel able to, then obviously it does kind of give a fabulous stretch into that lower area. Okay, so we're going to do it again. I'm just going to feed in a little bit more of the energetics this time as we go through. So we're going to start by extending out the left leg. So really take care with your knees. Bring your hands into Namaste. And just take a moment. Just a moment just to center yourself with your breath. Be aware of the weight through that left foot. So you want to be aware of the center of that left foot and feel that connection evenly distributed through the whole of your left foot. We'll just have a couple of breaths, maybe thinking about that beautiful moon again reflected in a still lake or a calm ocean. Maybe even being able to get a sensation of that coolness, that stillness of the moon up in the sky. Just breathing it in. And then we're going to breathe in, point the fingers, breathe out, take the hands away from the body. Breathe in, open up the heart, breathe out, the palms go up towards the sky. Breathing in, I might just do it this way. And breathing out, fingers in front, breathe in, open. And then as you breathe out, either come into the knee or down to the floor and twisting from the base, looking up into your right palm. So that's it, you got it. And we're just going to breathe and hold that twist for a moment or two. Feeling that strength and stability through that left foot. Keep your core switched on. And then on your next in-breath, raising back up, both hands up to shoulder level. Have a breath here. And then on your next out-breath, bringing the right hand down, either to the leg or to the floor. And twist and look up into that left hand. And then on your next in-breath, coming up. Arms level, palms up towards the ceiling, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, allowing that breath to be gentle and soft. And then both knees come in. And we're just going to do a plank or half plank. So I'll do a full plank this time, but if you just want to go onto your knees and your forearms, that might work well for you. Just switch on those core muscles. And then gently lowering the body down. Feel that contact with your abdomen down to the earth. Relax the feet. Take your feet about shoulder width apart and take your forehead down onto the floor with your elbows out to the side. So scoop your abdominals, switch on the whole of those core muscles, and using your lower back, just start to lift up the upper part of your body. Gently draw the elbows under your shoulders, so you've got a straight line then, from your shoulders to your elbows and your elbows to your middle finger. And then lift through the sternum. And if you feel comfortable just to stay here for a moment, then just bring your awareness into the space between your eyebrows and just close your eyes, but imagine that you're actually taking your gaze up there, just into the forehead. And just imagine that there's an amazing waterfall and it's just flowing and cascading down the crown of your head, all through the back of the body and washing down into the earth. And it's a beautiful, cleansing, clear, pure water. And then coming down, taking the elbows out, taking the toes out to the side, bringing the heels in, making your feet at least as wide as your mat, keeping your belly in contact with the floor. And then starting to bring your breath right down into your belly. So feeling that contact with the earth, breathing in, expanding the abdomen, and then breathing out and softening. Softening the front of the body. Breathing in that sense of stillness, that coolness, that calm moon energy, and breathing out any agitations, any tensions, any tiredness, breathing them out and letting them go. Just using that powerful breath and that conscious awareness just to breathe in stillness and calm. Breathe out tension and tiredness. And then taking the body back again into the child. For a moment, just taking the knees wide, keeping the feet together. Either putting a cushion underneath you if you need to, or if you're able to, just resting your forehead down on the floor and feeling that beautiful stretch into the inside of the thighs and the hips. And just allowing that feeling of stillness and calm to just wash over you, being bathed in that lovely sense of stillness. As you draw the knees in, if you like, keeping it to the child position, we're just going to walk the hands over again to the left, taking the breath into the right side of the body. Breathe out and let go. Back to the center with the hands as you walk over towards the right. Take the breath into that left side. Feel that expansion into the side of the body. And then allowing your out breath to release and let go. Feel the body soften again. As the hands come back to center. Just take 2 more beautiful deep breaths down into the belly here. And then coming back up. Taking the right knee out. Hands back into Namaste. Have a breath. Feel that connection through the right foot. Bringing your awareness right to the center of your right foot. Feeling strong and stable. Breathing in as you point the fingers. Breathing out as you push away. Breathing in as you open the front of the body. And breathe out as the palms turn up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, lift to the ceiling. Breathing out. Breathing in, open. And then as we breathe out, coming down either to the knee or the floor. And lift, looking up to the left. Hold. Open the front of the body, feel that into the chest. Breathing in, lift. And this time, as we breathe out, the left hand comes either onto the right thigh or down on the outside edge of that right foot. And again, twist. On the in-breath, lifting up. On the out-breath, the palms facing towards the ceiling, breathing in. Hands come up towards the ceiling, breathing out. Breathe into the heart. Knees come back together, breathing out. And just have a couple of breaths. Just allow those feelings of stillness just to settle. Just wash over you. Okay, we're going to carry on the mat. So if you need a drink or anything else to be comfortable, then just grab whatever you need. Okay, so we're just going to do some movements now in the pelvis area and the hip area. So first thing I'm going to do is a piriformis stretch. So taking yourself down on the floor. I think everybody's going to be okay with this stage. We did this stretch on Friday, so some people will be familiar with it. So put your right ankle on your left knee. That's it. And then feed your hands behind your left thigh or in front of your left shin. If you're not sure, then you should be able to see me doing it. If that feels very tight and uncomfortable, or if it hurts your knee, then just put your right thigh over your left thigh and draw both legs in. Okay, so that's a gentler version. If you want to, you could extend that left leg all the way up towards the ceiling and just straighten that left leg. That's it. And see if you can just relax into that and just take the breath into that right side. So you're going to feel it into your right hip area and the right buttock into what's called the piriformis. So take the breath right down into the belly, and if this feels okay and comfortable for you, remember, come out whenever you might need to. We're just going to hold it for a few more seconds. And remember how powerful your breath is to help your body to let go and release. And then gently lowering the legs down, feet on the floor, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So hands go behind the right thigh this time. So you've got your left ankle on your right knee. And then if you want to, you could straighten that right leg. And then draw the right thigh in towards the body until you can feel the stretch into the left side of your hip. That's it. You've all got it. And again, we're going to breathe. So really, really bring your awareness to your breath. Breathing in, expand the body, and then breathe out and allow yourself to let go. Make sure that you're not holding in your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Release around the mouth and the forehead. And then lowering down and releasing. Okay, so there's two options here. You can either just hug your knees in and rock from side to side. If you feel flexible enough in your hips, you could take the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling with your knees bent and just gently hold on to the outside edges of your feet. It's not very dignified. Hopefully there isn't anyone there. And for some people, if your hips are very tight or you've had a knee or a hip replacement, you may find this uncomfortable. So if you do, then just hug your knees in and give yourself a little massage. But if you're able to do that, then just gently draw the feet down towards the body. Just listening carefully to your hips and your lower back. Just breathe in for a moment or two. This is called the happy baby, if anyone doesn't know. And then releasing the feet. Hold on to your knees now and just give yourself a beautiful sacral massage. So your sacrum is that fused bit of bone that's right at the bottom, that's right into your pelvis. So your pelvis links up to it. And it gets very stiff and tight sometimes, and that is where that chakra is that we're working with. So we're just giving it a nice massage and taking an opportunity to release out any stiffness there and just allow a sense of ease to come into the lower back. And then
taking both feet down onto the floor again. Just make sure that you've got enough room here because we're going to be going to the side. You need enough room for your knees to go to the side and your arms. Okay, so lie your left leg flat on the floor and then either put the arch of your right foot onto your left knee, or if you're very flexible in your hips, you could put your right foot on the outside edge of your left knee. So if you're able to comfortably put the sole of your right foot onto the outside on the floor, then do that. Otherwise, just gently cup your left knee with your right arch. And then put your left hand on your right knee. Left hand on your right knee and extend your right arm out at shoulder level. Hopefully you're all with me. And then we're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, just use your left arm to twist the right knee across the body a little bit. So you can lift up your right hip if you want to, and we're just giving that whole right area a twist. But look in the direction of your extended right arm. So relax your right leg. You don't need to brace it really. And we're just working that knee gently across towards the floor, but without any strain, okay? If this is feeling okay for you, we're just going to hold it for a couple more breaths. But if you need to come out, come out. This is quite a strong twist on the lower back and also into the digestive system. And then breathing in as you come up. And lowering that leg down. So right leg flat on the floor now. And then we're going to take the left leg bent. And again, so it can either go on the outside edge of your right knee, or it can just gently cup. The arch of your left foot can gently cup your right knee. And pop your right hand onto your left knee. Yeah, and make sure that your left foot is either on your kneecap. So keep your right leg flat, that's it. And then left foot on your right knee. So it's like it's arching it, yeah, like that if you want. You can do that, yeah. And then breathe in, and as you breathe out, draw that left knee across the body, but extend your left arm out at shoulder level. So we're doing a twist. It's called a lying twist. So draw the knee across the body, down towards the right side, and look out to that extended left arm. So your left hip will be off the floor probably a bit. We're going to breathe. And then come back. Hook your knees in one more time. And then pop both feet back onto the floor this time with your knees bent and your arms out to the side as best you can. So keep your feet, if you can, about shoulder width apart. So we're going to have it's like a scissor effect with the legs, because we're basically going to take the knees to the right and look to the left. And then we're going to bring the head and the knees back to center. And then we're going to take the knees to the left and we're going to look to the right. Keeping the feet in contact with the floor. Breathing in as you come to center. Breathing out as you go to the right. Look to the left. Breathing in, center. Breathing out, knees to the left, look to the right. And just keep that going now. So keep going in your own breath rhythm. So whatever feels good for you. You might just want to lift the hip up a little bit as you go. And then the next time you go to the right, if it it feels comfortable for you, then you might like to just hold that for 2 breaths. Just on that side. And then on your next in-breath, come back to center. And then going over to the other side and hold again for 2 breaths. And then come back to center. And one more time, hug the knees in, circle and rock. And then getting yourself ready for your relaxation. So taking a few moments just to allow yourself to feel warm, supported, popping something under your knees if you need to. And once you're lying on the floor, just taking a moment just to bring yourself right into this present moment by just being aware of your body. So bring your awareness into your body, feeling those points of contact through the body, noticing any sensations of warmth or coolness, and bringing your attention into your breath. Just taking a moment just to feel the natural ebb and flow of your breath, feeling that reassurance of your body, breathing, expansion, contraction, breathing in and breathing out. And then becoming aware of your feet and beginning to point and flex through the feet. Bring just some gentle tension into the toes, the soles of the feet, into the ankles as you point and flex, and then circle into the ankle joint, first one way, then the other way, and then hold as you flex the foot. So bring that sense of tension and tightness up through your legs as you flex and hold. And then with that soft, gentle out breath, release and let go. Becoming aware of your knees, give them a gentle squeeze and just feel that tension down through the shins, up into the thighs. And then letting go on the exhale. Bring your focus up into your lower back and gently tilt the pelvis. So pushing the small of your back into the floor and engaging the abdomen. And then breathing out and allowing the pelvis to release. Bring a gentle arch into the lower back. Just do that a couple of times. Breathing in, push, breathing out and arch. One more time. And then relaxing your lower back down onto the floor. Taking a deep breath down into the belly, allowing your abdomen to expand. Breathing in. Pause at the top of the breath. And then sigh the breath out.
Bringing your shoulders up towards your ears for a moment. Hold, squeeze. And then with the out breath, releasing the shoulders. Guide your awareness down into your fingers and gently squeeze your hands into a fist. Lift the arms just a little way off the floor, just creating some tension from the shoulders down through the elbows, the wrists into the hands. And then breathing out and letting go. As you bring your focus into your face and your head, taking your head from side to side for a moment, easing out the neck. Come back to center, push into the back of the head. Feel the tension ripple down the spine. And the next time you exhale, releasing all sense of hold and allowing the neck to let go. So you become aware of your face. Open your mouth wide, create a silent smile. And the silent shapes E, Ah, Ooh. And then with the out breath, releasing the jaw, relaxing the mouth, softening the throat. And give your nose a little wiggle. Your eyes a gentle squeeze. Take your eyebrows up into your forehead for a moment. And then breathe out and let go. And just affirming to yourself, I am still. I am strong. I am peaceful. And then becoming aware of the crown of your head and seeing if you can just visualize beautiful golden light. And imagine breathing rays of that beautiful golden light into every single cell of your body, giving you an amazing sense of health and well-being, rejuvenating and refreshing the whole of your body and your mind as you breathe that light into your face and your shoulders, down through your arms and your hands, the whole of your heart filled with that radiant light. Shower of light down your spine, easing and soothing your hips and your pelvis. Breathing that light into your thighs, your knees, down through your calves and your ankles, to the soles of your feet and the tips of your toes, helping you to feel refreshed and awake. Taking a deep breath in, breathe in that light, that stillness, and that sense of peace deep into your heart, and anchoring it there to take forward with you as you sigh the breath out. So you become aware again of your body lying on your mat. Start to wriggle and stretch however you might like to. Taking your time, no need to hurry. And when you've had a lovely stretch, you might like to go over onto your side for a moment before coming up into a sitting position. And rubbing those palms together. Taking that heat to your face, giving yourself that last bit of care. I'll just read you something from Eckhart Tolle.
which is specifically around the second chakra. He says, it takes practice to hear your true desires. Your passion will often come as a whisper or a serendipitous event that reminds you of what's important and what makes you happy. So thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you have a good sleep. So the moon sequence is traditionally done in the evening before bed. So hopefully it'll line you up nicely for a good, rewarding night's sleep. Lovely to see you all, and hope you have a good week, and namaste.